Diablo 4 Season 1 is right around the corner, so I wanted to figure out what is the best way to level up while also getting renown in the process to knock them out in the early levels. And the thing that I kind of found that is going to work the best is to kind of target the side quests that are dungeon related. So that way you complete both the dungeon and the side quest for that dungeon to give you more renown. Now, I didn't actually go around and looking for all of these quests myself. I did find this very good Reddit post. I'm going to give credit to that, where it outlines all of the quests that are tied to dungeons. And I also found this Wowhead post that is based on the Reddit post that kind of puts you clickable links to guides of how to complete every single one of these quests, which kind of explains it a little bit better. So in case you want to follow strictly this way, you can use the link in the description in case you don't want to watch the video. So let's get the run started. So I made a new sorcerer, and the problem with the dungeon quests, they are level gated. So we need to get some levels before we can actually start doing the quests. So we want to completely avoid doing the dungeons that reward the quest before we actually get the quest. So what I did first is I picked up the letter and I went down to Margrave, and after that I walked up to Menestad. I didn't really do this because I planned to do it. I just didn't really have a very step-by-step guide trying to do this. So I kind of did that, and I got some levels, killing some mobs and just walking around. On your way to the Bear Tribe Refuge, there are goatmen that you need to kill, and they drop a quest. You don't need it for the dungeon, but it is free experience, so might as well kill them and then turn in the quest at the Bear Tribe Refuge. Now you'll notice that you can't pick up any quests at the Bear Tribe Refuge because you need to be level 10. So what I should have done is I should have done some other dungeons like the Forsaken Quarry, Forbidden City, or Mercy's Reach, and just kind of grinded it out into level 10. But instead, I went and did Hoarfrost Demise. Why you don't want to do this is because this is actually your first dungeon quest that you're going to be doing. So I kind of did it in order to level up to 10. I could have optimized it a bit better, got some extra renown by doing dungeons up to level 10. So I did, I think, 1 or 2 runs of the Hoarfrost Demise, and then on my third run, halfway through, I hit level 10. I teleported out to the Bear Tribe Refuge, and the reason I teleported mid-run is because the quests needs you to go back to kill some goatmen to pick up their bones. By not resetting the dungeon fully, I just managed to go back in, kill them, pick up the quest, and then port out. So once we're done with Shattered Tribute, our next step is to go back to town, upgrade our potions because we got to level 10, and then we head straight for Margrave. We talk to the monk and pick up the quest Legacies of Light's Watch. And you go and do the Light's Watch dungeon. It's very close. It's right north of Margrave. You go knock it out. You have to pick up 3 quest items from the stands, and you complete the dungeon, kill the Den Mother, teleport out, talk to the monk again to get the quest completed, and you're done with your second one. Okay, so our next one is we're gonna go and accept a quest from a dead soldier right next to Kjovishad, and this quest is the Dead Martyr, and it's in the Hallowed Ossuary. The quest is right next to the Malnok stronghold, so I decided to just knock out the stronghold while I'm there because it is a prerequisite for a later quest. Once I completed the stronghold, I went around and did the Hallowed Ossuary for the quest. Once the quest was completed, the good thing about this one is you don't have to go anywhere to turn it in. As soon as you complete the quest and you kill the knight inside the dungeon, the quest automatically turns in, so you're done. Then you just finish off the dungeon and you get all the renown. So the next thing that I did is I went to complete the Nostrava stronghold, and as you can see while I was running there, the northern wooden gate for some reason would not open, so I had to walk around the other side and actually go in and complete the stronghold. Again, this is the same story as with Malnok. It is a prerequisite for another quest, be it this one is actually level 25 plus, so you can postpone doing Nostrava if you want. I just decided to do it now because of the next step. And the next step is sorcerer specific, and that is I hit level 15 and I wanted to get my enchantment slots unlocked because it's gonna make my run much faster. But it also does a very cool thing because the actual enchantment slot quest is in a dungeon. So I kind of knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone, so I completed that. Now, if you're running a different class, obviously Obviously, you have either the option of just going out to the different zone to complete your level 15 quest, or you can wait until you get to that zone and then knock it out then. That is completely up to you. So for the next one, we're going back to Bear Tribe Refuge. We're going to pick up the Beast Challenge, and we're going to go north to kill Caller the Collector. He's a unique mob. Kill him for his head, return back to the refuge, and turn in the quest. Now, I made a mistake here. For some reason, I didn't pick up the quest, so I had to redo the whole dungeon. But what you want to do is, once you turn in the Beast Challenge, you're going to want to pick up the quest Hammer of the Champion, and that is going to be leading you to the dungeon that was locked behind the Malnock Stronghold, and that is inside the Rhymescar Cavern. You want to clear the cavern all the way through until you reach a point where you're like locked into that room. You clear the room, and then once you go to the next point of the dungeon, right down when you climb down the cliff, there's going to be a like literally like somebody impaled on a spike. You click on it and it's going to drop the weapon. Once you finish that, you go complete the rest of the dungeon and you teleport back to Bear Tribe Refuge, turn in the quest, and you're done with that one as well. Next one is also guided behind a level, so that's why we've left it at this point, and it's level 18 plus. It's Cries of Innocence, and it is on the bridge right outside of Kyovishad. Quest leads us to the dungeon Black Asylum, where we just gotta clear it, kill an extra NPC for the quest, and once we clear everything, it's all done. Pretty simple and straightforward. So now our next step is to get to level 25 so we can do the quest where we did the Nostrava Stronghold. We have a couple of options right now. You can either go to a different zone and kind of focus on getting renowned there in those 5 levels and come back later, or you can do them right in Fractured Peaks. What I did, I just did 5 just random dungeons. Forbidden City, Mercy's Reach, Zenith, Mallwood, and Anika's Claim. Took me 5 dungeons to get to level 25. On live, you can focus on doing the dungeons that give you the aspects that you need, so that way you get more power while you do these extra dungeons just to get the levels to get to the level cap. Also, one more thing to note, since you are going to be skipping the campaign and the Tree of Whispers is going to be active, also check out if any of the dungeons are actually on the Tree of Whispers just quest log and do them, because if you do those, you'll get the extra rewards. So it's no reason why not to optimize this even more. So once we hit level 25, we want to go back to Kyovishad and talk to the guy chained up at the top of the city. He has no eyes and he's giving us a quest, Sight to Madness. And this one is taking us to Cultist Refuge, which is right in the Nostrava Stronghold. So that's why we had to clear it. If you didn't clear it so far, now's the time to do it so you can actually do this dungeon. You know the drill by now. Go into dungeon, complete the quest, go out, turn in the quest back in Kyovishad. And after we complete this quest, right now, this is the last one that there is. Now, there's one more quest in Fractured Peaks. If you skip the campaign, you can't do it until you're level 50 plus, because it's in Kol Valar. It's at the top right of the map, and if you complete the campaign, that zone turns to a level 50 plus zone. Once we finished all the quests and dungeons, just to cap everything off, we went over to finish the Core Dragon Stronghold. It is a level 30 plus stronghold, so if your character is strong right now, go do it. If not, come back later. And then also went around and picked up the leftover waypoints, and that's it. All right, so now that we're all done, let's take a look at what the results are in the Renown page. So if we already know that areas discovered, Altars of Lilith, and 1 waypoint will be unlocked, and that is going to be 680 starting Renown on by default in Season 1. So we unlocked all the waypoints, that's 120, all the strongholds, 300, 10 quests, that's 200, and 12 dungeons, that is 360. So that's 680 starting, and we just unlocked 980 renown. So we're finishing at 1660 renown, only 340 left to cap it out at 2000. So by doing this, we're well over claiming all 3 points and probably unlocking even the 4th one in Season 1. That means we'll have all our skill points and everything that matters. And then once we go into Tier 3, we can come back and unlock the last 340 for this zone. And we're going to be all done and we're going to have all our Paragon. So pretty good. It took me about two and a half hours, but I was not being very optimal because I just didn't have a set plan in place. I was just kind of winging it. If you have a plan in place and you kind of take down these notes, you can probably shave this down to like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you're really taking your time. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that it's going to help you out starting in season 1. I am planning to do all of the zones in the same fashion as I am right now, so please pay attention to the description and the pinned comment. I will try and make a playlist out of this, and I will make sure it's linked there so you can check it out when season 1 comes. I'll also make sure to put down a step-by-step guide in the description just so you can also follow along, have it in a notepad or something. If you enjoyed this, consider liking the video and subscribing. It's going to mean a lot. See you in the next one.